What's up, my fellow mappers and grinders? It's Snoo with my first farming video of the season, Arch Nemesis season. Probably could have came out with one of these a little sooner, but I like, kind of making sure I got everything under wraps, figured it all out, tested a few things, and then came back and figured out a strategy, really honed it in. And I think I got one. I think I'm in a pretty good place here. So, I'm not going to talk too much on here before we get into it, but I do want to go over my gear real quick, just kind of give a quick update. This is still fairly league start gear. I have acquired a few decent pieces. I'm pretty sure every single piece of gear I have is worth at most like 2 or 3 exalts. There's no standout piece that's like 10 exalts or something. If I do get any more upgrades before my Headhunter, which I'm still farming towards, I keep breaking my own rule that I've set on myself, getting a few incremental upgrades here and there. But the upgrades I have been getting recently, I have noticed in a big way, which is why I get them. Survivability, mostly, and damage, somewhat. I have not upgraded my bow since getting an initial porcupine bow. This is a pretty weak bow, and I may turn around and get the sort of 10x-ish hunter influence, plus 3 level socketed bow gem bow. A little undecided on that, but I might end up doing that. It'll probably be the only remaining upgrade I take before finally just, spending no more currency, get the Headhunter as quickly as I can. We're in the middle of the second week, by the way, and my goal was to get the Headhunter by the end of the second week. It's starting to look like that may not happen, actually, but I'm still going to push it, and I'm going to do a big farming session right now as part of that push. Still have these gloves. I did make my own gloves with Curse Enemy on Despair hit, with cost me only like 5 chaos to get that. These gloves cost me about 30 chaos, unbelievably cheap, and a good 4.5 link for my Ballista Totem setup. Same belt I've had forever. It's cost me almost nothing. The boots, I double cropped them myself in an attempt to get a decent double crop, but had the neutral result. I bought these pre-enchanted. It was about 1 exalt or less, maybe. The chest, ultra cheap. It was like 4 chaos. Something like that. I did pay for a 5 link, which is another like 10 chaos or something. So that was dirt cheap. There's really no way to improve this chest unless I go for like a corruption on it or 6 link it, but I don't need to 6 link it actually. By virtue of having my Ballista Totem link in here and not having my aura link, neither the Ballista Totem nor aura links are in the chest. And the aura links are not in the chest because they're up here. Because I did spend a little extra. I think this is my most valuable item, actually. This was about 3x total to get. I paid 2x for the service of getting this enchanted. And I think since I bought this, it went up in value quite a bit, actually, with this Val implicit too. I don't know what this is worth now. I might turn around and be able to sell it for like over 10x at this point. But the goal has been raising in popularity a lot since I bought it. I was fortunately one of the early ones in on this. And this is super high rolled gold too, so really nice. I think the last upgrade I got was finally getting rid of that super like no level requirement amulet, super cheap amulet I had, and I did get this. I really do like this quality of all gems because it's making a huge difference with this particular 2 link I have here. Well, 3 link counting the enhanced support, only at level 3 by the way. Enemies have a 32% chance to explode on death. Which has been ramped up dramatically from a lot of quality, as you can see. It's linked in with a cast when damage taken support. The other 2 links here aren't being affected by it, but they are all affected by enhanced support. So I do like this amulet, actually. I think this is honestly, depending on how you set up your links, it might even be better than the 2 skill gem. I don't think it's actually better than a +2 gem with good suffixes, but it's certainly a ton of bang for your buck when this is only like 2x. The quiver, I got super lucky. I was going to fossil craft a bunch until I hit something decent, and it took me one try to hit this. I couldn't believe it. I was prepared to do, you know, suffixes cannot be changed, reforge life on this. I was prepared to dump at least 2x into a quiver, but I didn't have to, so I got lucky there. I did actually spend quite a bit on these rings. So the rings is an interesting story. One of the recent things I was doing is I was flipping these rings that had a like tier 1 damage taken recouped as life with like a super high roll max life and maybe another some other really good rolls. And like I bought this ring like this without the catalysts and without the aspect of the spider. And it cost me almost nothing because it only had 2 suffixes and 2 prefixes. But it was like exactly what I wanted. And I wasn't even asking for the max mana, but it's actually big. That's a huge amount of mana and really helpful for my reservation efficiency. But all I did was just throw aspect of the spider on this and benchcraft Elrond on there, and suddenly it's like a 10x ring. Something, maybe not 10x, but seriously at least like 5x. This ring's worth probably at least 5x. For a buyer who wants these mods like this. Similar deal with this ring, although it did come with the 3 suffixes already in place, which means that I bought it. I didn't pay any more than like 2x for this, so I think I paid about 2x for it. It is not T1 life, it's tier 2. I still have an open prefix. I'm thinking about slamming in a Redeemer orb maybe, or maybe a Hunter orb even. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that, but the point is I bought a lot of rings like this that were just a little bit worse, and I kept switching them out, substituting them out, because I had issues hitting max res, as you can see. I was shuffling down my res. Before I did some major shifts to my gear, I was way overcapped, so I got a lot more efficiency out of my gear recently doing fixing up some stuff here. Also, it didn't occur to me, but buying an anomalous purity of elements increased effect on R actually raised my max hull res a lot because I forgot how good anomalous purity of elements is compared to the regular. Yeah, I got a 4 link here. It's just for movement speed, same thing as my last character. This would be in my 6 link, but I don't have a 6 link chest. I just kind of threw a few auras in here. I got my withering step set up here. The enhance. This is my enhanced support setup. If I have extra gem slots available, which I do now, I like the cast when damage taken divergent bane setup. It's really nice. There might be some other cool things you could do or whatever. Pretty traditional 6 link here for Toxic Rain. And we're running Determination, Purity of Elements, Malevolence. A lot of auras. A lot of auras here. I got Aspect of a Spider, Defiance, Malevolence, Determination, Purity of Elements, and a level 10 Vitality because that's all I can spare. I kind of like that setup. And something really cool I bought also. How much did it cost? I think actually that's right. I did blow 4x on a Watcher's Eye that I probably can't sell back really quickly. Let me show you guys what it is, but it's super good for me. Yeah, also I think this is affected, this Chaos Res is affected by oh no, it's not affected by that. Okay, I thought the Chaos Res was affected by the enhancement of the Purity of Elements, but it's not. So I did have -4 Chaos Res, so this is super helpful. And yeah, also damage leeches life. That modifier for like chaos damage over time, especially Toxic Rain damage, is so annoying to get. There's like barely any ways to possibly get this modifier. Like last season I ran a series flask just for that modifier. I kind of regret doing that now, actually. I could have just got a Watcher's Eye with this modifier on it. The only other way is the Hunter influence on the amulet, which nobody's going to be running influence amulets anymore. At least not for a prefix roll, almost certainly. And that only went up to 0.5% anyway. So this actually goes up to 1.2%. But I hit the 50% chaos hit with the 6% max life, and I was like, okay, I'll just settle for this. This is a really good roll. Got to fix the implicit though. I did get some pretty good jewels. I have gone out of my way to get some decent jewels. I bought them quite a while ago. So, in hindsight, there actually are quite a few items that I have bought. Like, this jewel's really good. I bought this pretty cheap, actually. Quite a few items that I did buy for around 1x. Maybe like half an X to 2x. I don't know. I'm guessing probably somewhere in the neighborhood of around 20 exalts invested in my gear total. You know, with my other Toxic Rain Raider, at the end of the season, I had over 1,000 exalts in there. So, to me, it feels like almost nothing. I know it's obviously a lot of currency, and that's currency I'm not putting towards my Headhunter immediately. But man, the difference between like 10x and 20x invested in even a meta build is so nice. It's so huge. Makes such a big difference. One of the biggest differences now, I can actually start leveling from level 92. I was having issues like dying. I couldn't even. I just didn't quite have enough survivability to survive. I was running with like 3,600 life and negative chaos res and like no life leech, and it was just bad. So it's super nice now. It's so nice, in fact, I got to show you guys what I'm doing with my Atlas. So this is not really a showcasing build video, but I'm just having to do it because I haven't done it in any other video. Yeah. I've done a lot of work on this, actually. So I really like Strongbox. So what I'm farming here in this session is I'm farming, primary farm is Blight, as you can see, and then Strongbox is a secondary. And I also have Shrine, all the Shrine nodes, because I'm running Gull, and I love that. And then a sort of third thing I'm farming is influence maps or synthesis maps. I haven't even seen a synth map drop. I'm really unlucky with this. I've definitely done well over 100 maps now, and I still haven't seen a synth map drop from that 1.5% raw chance. And I also have Delirium, particularly the Delirium mirror nodes as backup. I can't figure out a way to get a singular eternity. I'm only missing one passive point, I believe. Only one single passive point I don't have. That's the Doriana's Machiners and whatever unique map that costs like 5x or 4x to trade. But I have all the nodes that increase my chance of getting a Delirium mirror, as well as the most important notable Descent into Madness with that. So that I don't feel too bad. I'd really like to get singular eternity if I could, but I can't get it for now. I guess I haven't figured it out, because I did have it actually. But then I decided, for a while I was running Shadow of Hunger, which is what everybody's doing. Everybody's doing this over here, and you know, this is an amazing node. It's getting people loads of currency, loads of Scarabs, getting those altars that give you 1, 2, or 3% chance per monster to drop, influence monster to drop a Scarab. Terrific, and getting 50% increase more altars is super nice. I decided I wanted to go over like Exarch here, and I'm hurting myself, stabbing myself in the stomach a little bit here by taking this node, because I don't think many people are going for this one because it's got a terrible downside. Players take 10% increased damage for each Searing Exarch altar used in the area. But the nice thing about this one is it gives me a decent chance to get that altar immediately. I can't tell you how many times I do a map, even when I had this one over here, and my first altar doesn't come until I'm like 2/3 of the way done with the entire map, and then I get like 4 more altars after I'm basically done with the map. But if I get an altar really early in the map, then you get huge value out of that, especially if it rolls something really good. And so I do like this node here. Another big reason, yeah, I even have all my favorite maps unlocked now. A big reason why
my mana is gone.
I gotta actually show you guys here why I'm choosing to run the Exarch side instead of Eater of Worlds. Look at the prices. Half a chaos, 1.5 chaos, 4 chaos. Okay, look at the difference here. 1 chaos, 3.5 chaos, 7 chaos or more. Eldritch Embers are basically worth twice as much as Eldritch Ichors. That's how you say it. Icor. That's a big deal. Too many people are farming Eater of the World stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure the influenced monsters can still drop each other's Eldritch currency under certain circumstances, but I think by default they don't. Like maybe if you have a specific altar that, you know, the 1% chance to drop Eldritch currency or something, I think maybe that's how you get the other ones. We'll see, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm going to get way more Eldritch Embers than I am the other one, which is going to add up. You know, it's going to add up in a big way, hopefully. So that's where we're starting at. I've shown you the gear. I've shown you my build. Again here. And again, it's Blight, Strongbox, Shrines, Map Boss, and Delirium. Kind of in that order of importance, I suppose you could say. Yeah, coming from Blight. So I see you guys there on the chat. Thanks for coming in. I'm in the middle of making a video here for farming Blight. I have been doing a bit of Blight already, and I gotta say up front, it's not as good as it was last season, unfortunately. There's some things about it that are better, actually, but there's more things about it that's worse, and the biggest thing that's worse is fewer people are farming Blighted maps. So the value of Blighted maps, I have an entire tab full of these here. 12 Chaos, 10 Chaos, 12 Chaos. It's not that Blighted maps got worse. This is a T16, so it's a little better. It's not that Blighted maps got worse. It's that everything else got better. So suddenly Blighted maps aren't like ultra premium way to make currency. They're still decent. But now mapping is better because of the setup with the Eldritch implicit modifiers. You know, you're able to automatically put an influence on every single map, and then you're able to farm currency and Scarabs in every single map like that. That's insane. Like, that's just giving people tons of currency. Yeah, it's actually driving the cost of Scarabs down, which is kind of interesting from an economy standpoint. Scarabs being so cheap this season. But in the end, it still adds up to a lot more. And you're not getting that kind of stuff from doing Blighted maps. People thought this was going to be this insanely good bossing league, and it's turning out that, no, this is a mapper's league. And I'm a mapper, so I'm happy, man. I'm happy. But if I could do it all over again, I would have come up with a different strategy than doing it with Blight. But I am going to commit to this. I want to see it through. And I'm probably not going to change my build before getting the Headhunter. At this point, I really just need to buckle down and focus and do it. So let's run some maps. I have here, these are all Toxic Sewer and Waste Pools. Alternating. There's actually a reason why I'm alternating, and I have them favorited this way. There doesn't seem to be a major difference between Waste Pool and Toxic Sewer in terms of the value of doing the Blight mechanic and the length of the map. You will see that they are connected on the map, and we're very, very, very lucky that's the case. Because apparently favoriting maps is bugged right now or something. A lot of people are talking about this and complaining. I'm not getting anywhere near. Like, if you have your Void Stones in, you don't see anywhere near the number of favorited maps drop as it should. I see almost no T16s drop. There's something bugged going on. Like, the number of maps that drop is just pitifully low. People then take like all of their Void Stones out, they suddenly get map drops galore. Even the high tier ones, like 15, 16 up here, the really top one. But we can't do that. I have to have all 4 of these in here, because if I take even one out, then my Waste Pool is T13 and my Toxic Sewer is T14. So I can't do that. I have to have them in the whole time. They're live when you go in there, and things dropping from their maps that are dropping from there, it checks live with the watchstones. I have to leave them in there, unfortunately. So I have to deal with the fact that map sustain is crappy, and just to show you how awful the map sustain is here, you know, I'm not the only one farming Blight, of course. If I go in here and I check the price of Waste Pool, well, it's actually down a lot here. It was all like 9 or 10 Chaos earlier. What's Toxic? Actually, I'm curious about Tower map. 7 Chaos. Toxic Sewer. Oh, I don't have it there. Okay. Just check this one. Uncorrupted. Okay, this one looks more like what I saw earlier. So there's a couple of like price fixing pieces here, but really they're like 9-10 chaos apiece. Waste Pool and Toxic Sewer. Maybe people favoring Toxic Sewer a little bit more. So as a result, most of my map sustain, or at least like half of my map sustain, crazy enough, is from the map boss who drops the adjacent map. And the favoriting system seems to be working 100% because I'm pretty sure every single time that the map boss has dropped an adjacent map, it came out to my favorited map, like every single time. So when I'm in Toxic Sewer, there's a very high chance the map boss is going to drop my Waste Pool map. And when I'm in the Waste Pool, there's a very high chance that the boss will drop Toxic Sewer. And quite often, that's the only time I'm getting the map drops I need. It's kind of crazy. I am able to self-sustain. I do see them, but honestly, like, I can very easily do an entire map with 4 Scarabs and not see a single Toxic Sewer or Waste Pool drop in the map. It can happen pretty easily. You know, occasionally I'll get like 3 or 4 in one map, but it's pretty crazy. So I just wanted to preface, you know, this one and give it a little extra prefacing to share with you guys where I'm kind of going at here. 4 chaos per map. That's for the ambush. We're running off of Kyrix, and I'm running ambush. Get I believe 7 strong boxes per map. Grimro made some video recently saying his strong boxes weren't spawning. I don't believe I'm having that problem, but anyway. Let me know in the comments below if you're having issues with, like, strong boxes not all appearing on the map. I can't help but think he just didn't actually check his entire map, because strong boxes have a funny way of hiding if you don't check the map, which is a great thing about Toxic Sewer and Waste Pool is they cannot hide, because, you know, you either explore all of that map or you just don't. Like, it's not open in any way. You're like missing a tiny little crevice or corner where, oh, there was a strong box hiding there in the fog of war, you know, tiny little spot off there. Doesn't happen. Really only need 1 sextant per map, but I'm expecting to hit some decent rolls, and I'll put the compasses in here. Just to have an oversupply of sextants in there. I'll just leave them in here if I don't use them. That simple. For Scarabs, running Gilded Blight. Just like last season. Really good Scarab. Gives me the 50% chance for Blight chest to contain additional reward. Super, super good. Rusted Ambush. Ambush has gone up in value because strong boxes freaking amazing this season. Can't tell you how many. I've gotten 6 alluring bounties. I've gotten like I don't know how many patient cards. Just so many divination cards out there. I've gotten a double exalt drop out of there before. Just crazy stuff. Now I'm running cartography just to try and get a little extra map sustain. Honestly, it seems like the most valuable thing to run here, because I could run a sacrifice here, but that would only really affect the strong box. It doesn't affect Blight at all. So, and I was running a sacrifice instead of here, but honestly, the kind of shit I see out of the Divination strong boxes, I'm seriously just gonna put a Divination Scarab in here. I don't want to run like an Abyss or Breach or Legion or anything like that, because it's just, or Harbinger even, it's just not worth it. Harbinger is super dangerous in Toxic Sewer and Waste Pool map layouts. It'll get me killed. I am running Torment Scarab first because I have this Sextant to start with. A little extra. Guarantee myself a couple maps. Yeah. I am running Excellence here, so we're about to get started. 2 Exalts exactly in value here. So that's super nice. We'll take a snapshot, reset the timer. Should show 2 Exalts. Okay, we're good. And I'm going to start this farming session. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm going to do all 16 maps. Pretty fast to get them all. I am going to run the Expedition League Mechanic a little bit. I'll probably only run like 1 recipe of Mirror Image, Treant, or whatever. I'm actually saving it until I get the altar form, you know, 13% chance to duplicate Scarabs or whatever. I honestly don't see a reason not to save that for that. A little tip, quick tip for you. Let's see here. Okay, that's already been priced out, so I can dump these chaos back in there. The Sextants I'll leave there. Actually, okay. Four. Oh, that had more than it should. I gotta remind. This will help me remind myself to reduce Sextants. I've had a hard time remembering. I had too many Scarabs in there by accident. I'll throw that back here. And we're gonna go down. We got the Exarch there in ambush. Not running any missions here. And we're good. Alright, I hope you guys liked the video. I will talk a little bit in the source one. I'll keep the... I'll make sure to try to get a little bit of commentary in here. So, right there you just saw the cast when damage taken with Bane. Before, oh, I probably shouldn't have killed those. They were going in here. That was stupid. I gotta not kill those. Yeah, I have an invulnerable I need to make, actually, here. I will not be doing the League mechanic very often here, actually. So right there is Spawn the Influence. It could have given me an altar. It had a 20% chance, or at least a 20% chance to spawn an altar right there. So as you can see, I'm running... wow, I got an altar early here anyway. 3% chance to drop additional gem. Gems is one of the worst rewards, but 3% is the highest number, I think, out of there. Power charge. I mean, I haven't seen this one here, so I just want to check it. I don't think it's worth messing with. Forgot I should change this back down to game mode, so it's a little easier on the PC. I got the Gull. I got my little shrines. That's cool. Juggernaut's a good one. Gem Cutter Strongbox is usually not very good, although I have seen something good come out of there before. I forgot what it was. Like a 2120 high value gem can drop from there. So I am now taking 10% extra damage from all sources, which kind of sucks a little bit. This is a fairly good result. It's actually a really good result considering how open this room is. This room, for some reason, was like extra open, which was kind of weird. Now, I was running the typical Blighted map anointments on my ring, but I've gone back to my roots here, just like I did last season, my how I got Headhunter guide video. And I am running the Temporal Towers increased action speed thing, mainly because I've gotten my gear to a point where I'm doing a lot, pretty good damage, pretty significant damage. You can see, you can almost see how fast I'm attacking. Can't really because my character's glowing too much, I guess. I'm glowing. I got too many glows going on. I don't have any MTX on here right now. It's just kind of weird. Too many shrines, too much stuff. It's hard to see how fast I'm attacking. You can kind of see it right there. Cast when damage taking support with the Divergent Bane, you know, it's really showcasing the strength of that. It does work in the Blight too, pretty big. Like right there, it just smashed everything. Okay, just kill that boss real quick. Had both bosses spawn at the same time. Right there, just took off a 20% of the boss's health from that again. Such a high chance with that amulet now. This amulet right here, Ashes of the Stars. It is kind of a lackluster Link with just normal amounts of quality on there. It's like a grand total of 20% chance, or not even 20%. No, it's less than that. It's like 10. I think 20% quality. It's just 10% chance to do the corpse explosion effect. But here it's like really strong. Now, unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I gotta check these anointments the hard way. At least the amulet one. Just gonna kill my time a little bit. Only a little bit. That is not a good one. And then Glacial Cage Towers is also not any good. I'm looking for any anointments that have a golden oil in them, basically, and that makes the extractor worth it. So I should talk about Blight, actually. what is the major difference between Blight last season and this season? Well, last season we were running on core. And in core, the strategy was... I got an Eldritch Ember here. The strategy was to just skip the boss completely, because that boss is totally garbage. And to go straight for the Blight encounter and not even finish the map otherwise. So to run anything else on your map was just kind of a foolish idea. And I was getting around 50 Blighted maps per hour doing that. Now, core had much better layout for the sake of, oh wow, I got a toxic sewer. I feel like I got a big drop because I saw a favorited map just drop randomly. I lose my train of thought from that. Big drops, like seeing an Exalted Orb. Okay, we got a second thing here. Scarab drops. Slain enemies have a 30% chance to be duplicated. Damn, I already started the other one. Huh? Alright, well, I'm still going to run that because I might hit it later. I don't like the other one very much. What is this? Why burial chambers? Okay. Oh wow, I'm out of mana. Oh, that happened. Not paying any attention. Is my invulnerable? I need a little mana before I start this. I got some great shrines on now. It would be a good time to do the Blight. Now I'm going to take what, like 20 or 30% extra damage. Does make doing Blights a little risky. Now this is also a common result. See how it's splitting off into 4. It's just not as good as core was. I don't know what the deal is. Kind of sad. Just not as good as it used to be. Oops, I actually did the wrong thing there. So doing scout towers is still a decent idea to block things. Temporal towers is, honestly, there's nothing more reliable than temporal towers for slowing down enemies. The reason I switched the Anoints is because the Anoints really help with freezing up the bosses. It doesn't actually help with freezing up the little adds very well. Temporal towers does that, as long as it's not the bad one. So on core, I would get, I typically get like one converged lane. I get like all my lanes converged, and I was running exotic watchstones. That was a big reason why core was so amazing, because you would get like 13, 14, 15 chests at once. They might all be Blight Oil chests, especially if it converged into one lane, and that was just exceptional, an exceptional result. And I'm not seeing that anymore. The best result I've seen now is 9 converged into one lane. And we can no longer get like multiples of 12 or more. And the reason is because I didn't realize this at the time, but now upon further analysis here, we can see that the modifiers I thought were giving me the exotic modifiers, they changed them. Now it says lanes of blind encounters of an area to not a 5% chance to duplicate the reward chest, but rather a 5% chance for an additional reward chest. Well, my friends, that's actually not very good. Because all that is a lesser winged Blight Scarab. A winged Blight Scarab gives you a 100% chance for an additional reward chest. And so instead here with these 4 nodes, I'm getting a 20% chance for additional reward chest. So when it all converges into all one lane, that's just a 20% chance to get one more chest. That's all that is. Now, if I have 9 different spread out lanes, that is a 20% chance per lane. But that's it. It's just per lane. So it's kind of bad. It's not that good now. And that is really crushing the number of Blight Oil chests that you're going to see. Now, that's slightly offset. I did say there's some things that are better. I'm getting Blight spawn oils found in areas, 25% chance to be 1 tier higher. Oil drops, especially with the extractor, a brand new node here. That's a lot of extra currency I'm getting through oils. I feel like the whole dynamic with oils is actually better than it was before. I forgot. I needed to remove this modifier. I just now remembered. I've decided that this is garbage. Somebody mentioned that earlier. Yeah, so that's right. So I'm going to be able to get the last one when I get that Doriana's machine done when I get that. Okay, and this Blight chest of an 80% more chance to contain Blighted maps. We did not have this modifier last time either. So we are having a higher chance to get Blighted maps per Blight oil chest. So there are some ways it's offset, but in the end, I think losing the true exotic watchstone modifiers, it hurts so much that it's for this particular style of farming. And on top of that, core was much more reliably giving one lane converge. I don't see it as often here. So toxic sewer and waste pool are definitely not as good as core at that. So it does appear that core is on a totally different level than any other map in the Atlas, as far as we know. And hopefully it'll be back next season. We can run it maybe. But especially if it's not back next season, I probably won't run a Blight mapping strategy. There's so many more opportunities to run, you know, different strategies, that different combinations of strategies that you would never run before. That is just, it's cool, you know. It's making the game a lot more interesting, a lot more cool. And I definitely think, you know, you guys want to try a different strategy, you should do it. This stupid thing, I can't research this because it's the same name as the boss. What the hell? Oh, Jesus. Alright, I don't know, forget it. I'll just pick it up, I guess. Figure it out later. Yeah. It's taking me a lot longer to get through this map than normal, obviously. I'm trying to talk my way through this. I didn't even mention it, but, I mean, obviously this is my second Blight encounter in the map. Every map basically has a guaranteed Blight encounter with a 20% chance to spawn a second one, which is really cool. So there's a T16 strand that must have been from the Tormented link, so I guess I can't even get guaranteed 16 T16s from that Sextant. That sucks. There's another Divergent Bane. Here's the boss. Boss is a little bit rough, but not too bad. So there you go. It's just like I said. Now, great. This is going to be a great highlight in the video. Guess what? I just got a map I needed from the map boss, who dropped an adjacent map. And he also dropped this map probably because of these nodes up here. So this is effortless farming. You have to sacrifice actually a lot of nodes to take these all up here. But the nice thing about this is it doesn't slow me down in the map at all. Abyss slows me down. Breach slows me down. Legion slows me down. All of it slows me down. Talking to you guys and trying to explain everything while I'm doing it slows me down more than anything. But anyway, here's an Arcana strongbox. You're going to see a lot of currency come out of here. Duplicates of everything. Eldritch currency can drop from those as well. That might actually be the source of where my other Eldritch currency is coming from. But coming from Artisan strongboxes. I thought I hadn't seen very many strongboxes. Now I'm getting to see them all in a row here. It would be nice to see... Oh, another Arcana strongbox there. They're fairly rare, actually. Really hoping to see a Diviner's. Diviners. Oh. Another one. Oh, wow. Too bad I didn't get this earlier. 2% basic currency. So I'm taking a lot of extra damage now, as you can see. I don't know what that was. I'm also strong, or corrupted blood immune now, which is nice. Waste pool map. Whoa. Like on my Rampage, going to town on these ads. And this stuff is flying out of here. I'll be on fire at the same time. Look at that. I barely do anything and it's just like, zip, take me out. Oh my god. Oh no, not this boss type. Wow. That was... Fire is so dangerous. Jesus, that bottom set of Blight is so rough. That was worth it though. My god, this is one of the best rewards I've seen. Right here. This is 12 with an oil extractor. Finally. Got one of these. Okay, stone gaze, cooldown recovery rate. All towers in range, 50% chance to deal double damage. Is that what I think it is? Oh yes, this is a golden, double golden, ring guaranteed golden extract for the highlight reel. Boom. Oh, love it. That ring was straight up gold. Straight up gold. Wow, a lot of blighted maps too. Okay. I dig it. I just need Echoist now. Stone Gaze Towers. That might be a good one too, actually. Let me double check. Stone Gaze. Dang, Grand Eldritch Ember. Wow. Might be the screenshot there. Probably a screenshot. Oh my god, look how many burial chambers that is. Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 burial chambers. It's 5 doctor cards waiting to drop. That's half my Headhunter right there. Half of my Headhunter dropped in this map. Sure of it. Do another one of these, I guess. My health. My health, though. What? Okay, I'm literally going to, like, go back to town and back in because of my health. Definitely some kind of less regeneration. Extractor, boom! Gold oil again! Yes! That was only a 1 in 3 chance. Slammed it. Got very lucky with the gold oils. Almost like I've had some guarantees, but absolutely crushing that. Oh, this guy. This guy. Okay, so we are moments away from the final tally, but first I happen to have rolled duplicated Scarab chance, 13% I think, so I'm gonna run my mirror image with Treant Horde, Rejuvenation, and Gargantuan, I guess. Or no, I'll run Assassin. Yeah, I have Assassin. So we're gonna give this a try. I got like spell echo on me. I gotta go now while this is easy. No duplicate there. Treant. Got a ton of these right now. Alright, this will be somewhat big. Duplicated polished sulfite scarab. Well, Gilded Abyss is big. Polished harbingers, alright. Moving on. Maybe. I'll find these stupid things. We are gonna go... What? What are we doing next? Rejuvenation. Right.
My mana is gone.
God. Spell Echo, man. Spell Echo is so OP. Holy crap. Gilded Elder Polish. Nothing really good in there. Final ones right here. Assassination. Not a single scarab. What? One scarab. That's why I like opulent. That's the third choice. Oh my god. Yeah. That was actually really not that impressive at all. Those results. I did run 2 of those in 16 maps. I did only get 1 Echoist to drop, so I didn't technically replenish what I spent, but close enough, I think. Fire gems. Nah. I got some extractor success here. I think I extracted like 3 golden oils out, or 4 golden oils, I think, but like 2 of them were guaranteed. They were like golden for the ringing chant. Okay, we're having a look here. That's what you see here in the tab. Well, I definitely didn't use all of the Sextants, although they were being replenished straight into here. I think I'll make this a little bit nice and pretty. Pull these out because they're not... They can go there. There, tab's looking a lot more pretty now. Let me go in and reset excellence here one more time. Pull you down to my screen here. So you will see that the X per hour says 3.2, but that's not accurate. I started this farm right around 11 o'clock local time. Yeah, basically right at 11 o'clock. Dumped it down, and it is 1:20 now. So it was 1 hour or 2 hours and 20 minutes. And it started with a 2x investment, but everything that I had invested I dumped in there and then turned around and used it. So I don't have to actually subtract anything from the investment. I just straight up pulled it. I had it all in there, and I had the chaos to make up for the starting cost. And then, you know, the maps I used, the Scarabs I used, the Sextants I used, and then the chaos orbs really just represented the benchcraft for the Atlas for his picking ambush. 10.43 exalts. Or wait a second here. I gotta take a snapshot. Duh. Well, let me double check this one more time. Question: are you going into Blighted maps? I will do that actually. The next farm I'll do Blighted maps because I want to compare this to that. I feel like mapping Blight is more currency per hour, but I'm not 100% sure. I think there's more RNG involved with the... Well, actually, there's RNG involved in both, really. Okay, so it really does seem like 10.3x or 10.43x is sitting in this tab. So I take this divided by 2.33333 hours. And that's how much X per hour I got. 4.5. Right there. I mean, that's pretty standard. So the thing is, I do want to emphasize on here, I did not get any like great RNG drops. I did not get a single item that was worth more than like 20 chaos. That was like the highest value item. I got one synth map that comes out to like, actually it came out to about 30 chaos. Let's see what I got here. I mean, just got gobs and gobs of scarabs. Gobs and gobs of scarabs, man. We'll go through the list here. Anything worth less than 2 chaos is left out, but I did... That was the cutoff. A lot of people do 5 chaos, but it's early in the league, and this league is far more sort of bubblegumish than the others. So a major difference between this farm and the one I was doing last season is that this is not all highly liquidable stuff, admittedly. The oils are the same. You know, the oils were always there before, but scarabs are fairly liquidable, at least at like 85% value. You can like bulk sell them. It's not too bad, I guess. I mean, probably a lot of Eldritch currency in here, making up a big bulk of it. That's Greater Eldritch Ember. I did mention that you're going to get a lot of these Eldritch currencies. I don't want to actually see here. Eldritch. So if we just pull up Eldritch in general, it's kind of crazy, but I don't see any of the Eater of Worlds stuff, which is kind of odd. There's not some crazy huge number of these that dropped. Actually, there's fewer in here than I expected. I thought more dropped than that. So whenever I had the chance, you know, monsters have a % chance to drop Eldritch currency, I picked that like every time, and whenever... they have a chance to drop Scarabs. I picked that. That only happened like twice, though. I only got 1 Delirium Mirror on the second map. That was a bit of a letdown. Slightly bad RNG, I guess. I suppose I would normally get 2. I don't know. It's counting Orbs of Transmutation. It's funny. Let's see. You can see that screen. I mean, there's nothing unusual about that screen there. Okay. I did throw just quality gems in there just because I plan to gem cutter those later. Golden Oils 4. Those were all 4 from an extractor, and I used 5 extractors. I only used extractors that I found. And out of 5 extractors, I got 4 golden oils. 2 of them were guaranteed, and the other 2 were like either... The other 2, I think, were 1 in 3 odds. Yeah, and then I was successful on one of those, and then I was unsuccessful on one. So, really good result there. There's the synth map, but it's registering at 11 chaos. That's it. It's worth more than that. That's actually a lie. That's not registering right. Anyway, a lot of divination cards. You know, there's a reason I'm running that rusted divination scarab. I could run 5% more quantity, but the diviner, the strong boxes, they exist. I saw like at least... I'd say I saw at least 8 of them, probably. I got like 1 every other map on average. 6 to 8. But it's not like, you know, I did not get an alluring bounty. I did not get an exalted orb. I didn't get any divination cards that were worth... I didn't even get like a patient card or anything. So I got pretty unlucky with the divination cards. I got that 1 delirium orb. Really, it was just, you know, a straight up grind. It was just straight up grind and no good RNG. So the 4 to 5 chaos per hour is absolutely legit for this strat. Because I did not get lucky in any way, shape, or form except for the gold oil extracts. I think that was the only manner in which I had good RNG for this run. Everything else just seems par for the course. Yeah, so we'll clock that in at 4.5x, 4 to 5 exalts per hour. And again, that is primarily farming Blight, mapping Blight with Strongbox. Highly recommend Strongbox. I love it. It takes no extra time. And then having Delirium, you know, decent Delirium Mirror Chance, kind of a backup, because it also doesn't take extra time. And I did get a lot of those maps, didn't I? That was... Where are those maps? Did they not show up? Now hold on a second here. This thing did not include any maps. That's a bit of a lie then. Why is it not including maps? Well, hold the phone, because I almost didn't even catch this. My blighted maps aren't recorded in here. What the hell? What? Hold on. Hold on. What? This happened to me a long time ago, where my maps were not being recorded. I have the latest version. Okay, that's gonna change things a little bit. What? Why is not? I mean, this is a lot of maps. And I sell a lot of the regular maps at like 3 or 4 chaos a piece. Or usually in like a bulk or whatever. So, my excellence is missing a calculation for 25 blighted maps. As well as a whole lot of, like, these. Influence maps. Man, I'm too tired for this right now. Well, that is problematic. It's more than 4 to 5 chaos per hour. Oh. Well, the average blight map is with at least 10 chaos. So whatever, I mean, I'll be conservative. 250 chaos there. God, I cannot see the maps, can I? I know there's at least a few more of these in here. It doesn't get calculated, I guess, or tabulated as a map, like there. Oh wait, I just saw it. I just saw it. Where was it? Oh, there's another one after this too. I type shaper and it comes up. Ah, okay. I can type shaper and it comes up this way. And then I can type elder for the other one, maybe. Yep. Okay. Conquer, I don't suppose. Okay, so this should be all of them here. And these are worth like 15 chaos apiece. And then these are worth 10 chaos apiece. So that's 300. Like 320. An extra 320 chaos. Which is... I don't even have an exalt to check. Last time I checked, exalts were 130. 320. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't count that. Let's just say an extra 2 exalts because I also have a bunch of actual maps that sell, T16s that sell, including toxic sewers and waste pools. I do believe I oversustained a fair bit there. So I'm gonna manually add in 2 exalts to this total here. This is gonna be 2.43 divided by 2.33333. Okay, 5.3. So now we're looking more at 5 to 6x per hour. Okay, that was unfortunate that it didn't count those maps. So that, you know, literally my primary farm is blighted maps. So obviously it needs to count that. Yeah, and I'm using Cartographer Scarabs for like other maps too, so they deserve to be counted as well. If we check how many waste pools, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. How many toxic sewer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I guess I technically did not sustain them 100%. I'm a little surprised to see that. But there's all kinds of other maps as well. Yeah. So there you have it, folks. 5 to 6x per hour. I'm gonna action a little correction there, and I'm gonna have to try and figure out what's wrong with excellence, why it's not making maps show up. Thank you for tuning in to the video. There will be more coming up soon. I will do blighted maps. I want to actually run some blighted maps and see how those turn out. See if it can come even close to 5 to 6. I'm guessing it's worse than 5 to 6 per hour. But the first blighted map I ran this season gave me a doctor card, and like literally the second one I ran gave me a brother's stash. So I don't know how I'm gonna count that if one of those dropped. And then I ran like 10 more blighted maps and nothing dropped. So yeah, you know, got my hopes all high, and then oh well. Yeah, that's it for the video. We'll see you around the next one. I know this one was extra long. I apologize for that, but I wanted to, you know, just trying to get into the season again. Kick off the farming video. Peace out for now. We'll see you.